Okay, right now we're going to test where this is test number 1. I'm going to record the slides on KDN Live, KDN Live, and do the audio on the Canon camera. So we've already started the slide, so let's move to slide number 2. Hello and welcome to Talking About Stuff with Tony B. I'm Tony B. And today we're going to be talking about BIA stuff. In particular, our title of today's episode is What's in a Name? And what we're doing is searching for a generic term to describe BIAs and the like. So, we know the term BIA, but there are, something that started in Toronto almost 50 years ago. And we have them described in the States for the most part as BIDs or BIDs or Business Improvement Districts. BIZ is the term used in Quebec, and DIA is a term, Downtown Improvement Area, da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, the idea is to find something that sort of describes all of these in generic terms. So what could that be? So let's give some thought to it. First of all, we're dealing with an organization. We're dealing with a business organization. While it does, have community dimensions to it, it is primarily focused on business. So we've got business, we've got organization, and one of the other key considerations with this type of organization is that it is geographically defined, very specifically, with very specific geographic boundaries. And those boundaries often are associated with a neighborhood. And neighborhood is a term that is, very well appreciated for this kind of thing. So having said that, I think the three terms that we want to incorporate are neighborhood, business, and organization. And that's where we get NBO, right? And I think it has a good ring to it. It sounds a little bit like NGO, but it's not. And it's applicable to each and every one of the items shown at the top of the slide. I would suggest that there's one other consideration here to define it more specifically, and that is to describe it as the fact is that it is not just a public-private partnership, but it's where the NBO is actually part of a municipal government. It is, kind of in a new category in and of itself. And so I'd like to add another term which can or cannot be used in everyday language, but just for the official description, we call it a municipally sanctioned neighborhood business organization, or MSNBO. And even there too, even though it's a longer acronym, it is it's not unheard of. Obviously it evokes the idea of MSNBC, and because that kind of it's already kind of in our brain a little bit, so MSNBO should work rather well. So that's there you go.